Hello, this is a guide for my COA Chronomancer. This is the strongest build I have ever played in Path of Exile 2. It melts pinnacle bosses on a shoestring budget. I league started this character and been crushing the entire game since day one, and in this video I will go over all the mechanics of the build, including the gear, gems, jewels, and the passive tree, as well as crafting guide clips for every key piece over at my Twitch/Path of KY live right now, and a full written step-by-step leveling, endgame, and progression guide for every budget level that I will link below. So starting off, I'll go over a brief overview of the mechanics of the build. We are abusing the most broken flask in this game right now, Oros Resolve. This thing is busted. It says gain guard equal to current runic ward for 10 seconds when the effect ends. So we use a Heart of the Well with 2% skill cost converted to life costs, giving our skills a tiny bit of life cost whenever we use them, 7 life. Now, whenever you use any skill, you'll lose a tiny bit of life, and you can just press Oros Resolve, instantly giving a 2000 guard shield permanently. And while mapping with Remnants of Kalgur, which is overflowing our runic ward, that goes up to 3000. Permanent 3000 shield on a button whenever. It is literally completely broken. Okay, as for our main skills, we are using Ice Nova for clear and Frost Walls in combination for single target. We then use a couple of Verisium supports, Runic Extraction, giving us Verisium infusions, as well as powered by Verisium slotted into Cast on Ailment with Comet to generate us 4 Verisium infusions on cooldown. This powers our entire build, giving us our cold infused Ice Novas for quadruple damage, and empowering our Comets for fire infusions, and Ice Walls for lightning infusions. It is an insane setup. We then have Remnants of Kalgur, which is basically Old Grim Feast for free. It's literally crazy for ward, as well as Siphon Elements for even more infusions, and Charge Regulation in combination with Infusion of Power, granting us a power charge whenever we use an elemental infusion to give us 24% more critical strike chance. So starting off, I'll just hover over each piece of gear in case anyone wants to immediately copy it, and then afterwards I'll go through and talk about each piece of gear stat priorities, and how they work together. Starting off here with our staff, the most important thing is going to be the level of all cold spell skills, followed by increase to spell damage, cold damage, and then as extra lines. As extra lightning and as extra cold are the best. As extra fire is fine as well. If you're missing the as extra lightning line on your staff, then you want to get a Heart of the Well with as extra lightning damage, or use a rune for as extra lightning damage. You just need a source of it somewhere on your character so that you can shock things easily. As for our helmet here, it's just a helmet with life and res. That is all it is. You can get rarity. Good stats are like crit damage or crit chance on your suffixes, but I bought this thing for like less than a divine and just desecrated it. For our amulet here, is going to be an absent amulet base, which gives you cast on elemental ailment. This is a free spirit skill if it comes from this amulet. Most important stats are going to be level of all spell skills. You can then caster quality this to 40 using the breach essence. I'll go over how to craft this later. And you want some spirit on here. As for our rings here, they're just life, mana, rarity, res rings. Nothing crazy here. I bought these for like a div or 2 each, and I just desecrated them for life or rarity. Same thing for the other ring. You want 1 line of mana regeneration rate, preferably across both of these. Our chest piece here is the Runefather's Grasping Mail. This is a very specific chest piece. I will go over how to craft this later on. And it is basically a Grasping Mail that you Runeforge. And when you Runeforge the Grasping Mail, it is a 1 out of 4 chance for it to remain a Strength Dex Int base. Okay, if it, after Runeforging it, if it has anything but Strength Dex Int requirements, Dex Int, Strength Int, whatever, it's bricked. You just get rid of it and you go again. The stats we're looking for are going to be the Spirit, followed by Life and increased Runic Ward, which is an alloy. Suffixes can be literally anything. Whatever you get is what you get. I'll go over how to craft this later again, and it's just res, and yeah. For our gloves here, just a random pair of gloves. Again, I bought these things for like less than a divine, and then tossed a Essence of Hysteria at them for the crit damage bonus. Most important lines are going to be the life and the res and the stats, and honestly, just you kind of just want res and stats and life and mana on basically all of your rares that you can, that are just the basic rares. And you can throw an Essence of Hysteria, a pair of gloves, land the crit damage bonus, take a 1 out of 3. Belt here is just going to be a random rare belt with life and mana and resistances. You can use the Chaos Flux to turn everything to Chaos Res if you need to, and yeah, very basic stuff. Boots here are going to be an endgame boot craft. I'll go how to craft these later as well. Just movement speed, res, and for this we have these socketed augment items for more movement speed and stuff. If you don't have these or don't want to craft these or don't have the money to craft these, then it's just a rare pair of boots with life, mana, res, movement speed. Charms here are a Follow the Axe. If you can't afford this, you just use a regular silver charm. A Rite of the Passage. I went for Spirit of the Ox, but these are like the cheapest ones. They're like 25 divines. Not using any of the expensive ones. You can go for of the Owl for the absolute maximum damage. Those are pretty expensive though, or any of the other ones for movement speed. Of the Ox is pretty good. It gives 20% DR. With like permanent 20% DR mapping. That is crazy good. You can also get of the Boar, which has 20% DR as well, and both of those are like kind of the cheapest Rite of the Passages you can get. They're about 25 div. If you can't afford this, then just use a Dowsing Charm to get rid of your ignites, or just a Golden Charm, or whatever you want really. And then we have a Stone Charm. As for our flask here, we're using an Oros Resolve. As for our mana flask, it's just increased amount recovered, just a random mana flask, nothing crazy there. As for our jewels, we have a Time Lost Sapphire with very large radius and double crit mods. I'll go over how to craft these later as well. Heart of the Well with the 2% of mana cost converted to life cost. That's your most important stat, followed by mana cost efficiency, and then any lines of crit damage bonus, crit chance as extra. Again, if you don't have lightning damage as extra on the staff, you can get the lightning damage as extra on the Heart of the Well here. These are very cheap this patch. Our rare jewel, this thing is really bad. Really bad, but just crit mods, crit damage bonus, crit hit chance for spells, crit hit chance. Next up, I'll go over our skills here. We have our Sigil of Power from the offhand staff with Uhtred's Rite, long duration 2, cooldown recovery 2, mag area 2, cast on elemental ailment with Comet, spell cascade, powered by Verisium, efficiency 2, boundless energy 2. We have Ice Nova with mag area 2, zenith 2, considered casting, Ice Bite 2, and Runic Extraction. Frost Wall with considered casting, mag area 2, gold mastery, spell cascade, and cooldown recovery 2. Frost Bomb with overabundance 1, spell echo, mag area 2, cooldown recovery 2, and short fuse 1. Remnants of Kalgur with harmonic remnants 2, remnant potency 3. Blasphemy with temp chains, slow potency, ritualistic curse, mag area 2. Siphon Elements with Harmonic Remnants 2, Warm Blooded, and Fire Mastery. You can take out Warm Blooded if you don't have the extra spirit. Elemental Weakness with Heightened Curse, Focus Curse, Efficiency 2, and Cursed Ground. You can take that out if you don't like it, but I like it. We got Mana Remnants, Harmonic Remnants 2, Remnant Potency 1, and Charge Regulation. And for 100% optimal damage on Pinnacle bosses, you can remove Runic Extraction for Cold Mastery. Although I never even bother because the single target damage is so crazy. As for our weapon set passives, we have Cast on Elemental Ailment set to both, Ice Nova to just set 1, Frost Wall to just set 1, Frost Bomb to just set 1, Remnants of Kalgur set to both, Siphon Elements set to both, Elemental Weakness set to just set 2, Mana Remnants set to both, and Charge Regulation set to both. Next up, I'll go over our Ascendency. We start out by taking Sands of Time, followed by Apex of the Moment, and then Now and Again, and finally Phased Form. Our tree just looks like this. Just coming up, getting pretty much all crit nodes at this point, exposure nodes, infusion nodes. All of these clusters work insanely well with the Time Lost Sapphire. Come up here, grab cold stuff, again, crit, mana regen. You don't have to take these nodes right here. This is just for 5% movement speed penalty reduction and the mana regen if you need it. Crit damage and all of that. As for our weapon set passives, I'm highlighting them here. These stripped defenses, critical overload, true strike, deadly force, sudden escalation, overexposure, stormbreaker, controlling magic, ether flow. For our set 2 points, right here, we have Zone of Control, Master of Hexes, Lingering Whispers, Decrepifying Curse, Impending Doom, and just a little cheeky increased skill effect duration note up there. That one doesn't really matter though. Next up, I'll go over how to play the character. As you were walking around mapping, you were just Ice Nova. That is it. And then on rares, or like for big AoE, you just put down your Frost Walls, and you break with Ice Nova. For single target, we have Sigil of Power, followed by our Curse. and then use Frost Bomb on cooldown, and use Ice Wall, Ice Nova. Ice Wall, Ice Nova. And reload the boss if you want with a couple Ice Walls, and then Ice Nova. You know, that's gonna one-shot like almost every single boss. Mage Blood! I can't defeat! No! No! So that's going to be it from me. If you like this video, please leave it a like, and if you want to see more updates to this build or other builds I do in the future, subscribe now. I'm live right now and every day at twitch.tv/pathofky, so come on by and I will answer any questions you have, or you can see the build in action, whatever you want. And I'm just going to leave a little bit of raw footage at the end here, showcasing a full map, so you can get an idea if this is something you would like to play. And yeah, thanks for watching.
This is just straight from your nightmares. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Chris Wilson from Grinding Gear Games.
Subscribe now and like the video.